Hello, dear students. Today we'll be starting chapter number 1 of civics, that is the Indian Constitution. Now, in general terms, what does this Constitution means? Constitution is a written document which contains the fundamental rules regarding a country or a nation is known as constitution. Okay, so let's move to our first topic. Constitution of India is the longest written constitution in the world. It is a set of rules by which the government rules our country. It is the supreme law of the land. It came into effect on 26 January 1950. Now the date here remains very important. Okay, 26 January 1950. Our constitution is based on the principle of democracy, socialism, and secularism. As you all know, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar is known as the father of Indian Constitution. Now, here it means that a society has some fundamental rules that make it what it is, okay, and it also helps in differentiating it from other societies. What happens in large societies where people from different communities live together, the rules are made through consensus, okay, means through their knowledge, means if they agree or not. These rules are usually available in written form. Next is, why does a country need a constitution? What happens? The constitution serves several purposes. Okay, it lays down certain ideals that all citizens believe for country should uphold. For example, Nepal moves from a monarchy to a democracy through a previous constitution does not reflect the ideals of the country that the citizens want and what was Nepal want to be. Okay, here it means that the Nepal was having a monarchy rule, means rule of king or queen, so they moved towards the constitution, means rule of democracy, means in which the rule of people exist. Next is, it defines the nature of a country's political system. India adopted democracy. We choose our leaders who exercise power responsibly on our behalf. Okay. Here it is written, this includes the type of government and also an agreement on certain ideals that they all believe the country should uphold. Okay. Like I have given the example of Nepal also. In a democracy, leaders exercise their power responsibly on the behalf of people. It defines our country's political system. What happens? Whoever we select, for example, when we vote, we select an MLA or we elect an member of parliament, they exercise their power on behalf of us. So it defines the country's political system. Next is, in democratic societies, the constitution lays down the rules that guard against the misuse of authority by our political leaders. It lays certain important guidelines that govern decision making processes. Means if a person is having power, if a MLA or MP has a power of doing something, he doesn't misuse it. For that, the clause has been mentioned in the constitution. Next is, a constitution plays an important function in a democracy to ensure that a dominant group does not use its power against any person, group, or organization. So, specifically in the constitution, it has been written that no dominant group can exercise its power against a person, group, organization, etc. Next is, constitution contains some provisions as its basic structure which are not easily able to change. Okay, it does not allow the easy or to overthrow of provisions that guarantee rights of citizens and protect their freedom. So here we come to the end of our topic, why does a country needs a constitution. In the next video we will see the key features of Indian Constitution. Thank you.